So I was working on a video this week, and literally in the middle of writing a script, I got an email from YouTube with some surprising news. Usually these YouTube creator emails don't really have any useful information, and I typically just discard them without reading them. But the subject of this email said important, so I decided just to see what it said. To my frustration, YouTube wrote, quote, "Under the new eligibility requirements announced today, your YouTube channel, Patrick Games, is no longer eligible for monetization because it doesn't meet the new threshold of 4,000 hours of watch time within the past 12 months and 1,000 subscribers. As a result, your channel will lose access to all monetization tools and features associated with the YouTube Partner Program on February 20th, 2018, unless you surpass this threshold within the next 30 days. Accordingly, this email serves as 30 days notice that your YouTube Partner Program terms are terminated." Now, to those of you who don't consistently post videos on YouTube, you might not understand how devastating this is to small channels. First of all, if you weren't already aware, monetization is the placing of ads on videos, so basically it's the only way to make money directly from YouTube. 4,000 hours of yearly view time is pretty long. In fact, I post good content fairly consistently. I don't even have 4,000 lifetime hour views, and they required in 1 year. You may have seen my little Twitter rant the other day about how ridiculous these changes were. It really seems like YouTube doesn't care about hardworking small creators and just values 10-minute content that oftentimes is pretty worthless. It's just frustrating that when a YouTuber like Logan Paul does something terrible, YouTube feels it needs to hurt smaller channels who had nothing to do with the actions of the larger channels. But what's most frustrating to me more than anything in this situation is the reaction of many larger channels to these changes. Now, I typically don't watch a lot of these bigger YouTubers, but I did watch their videos in the last couple of days addressing some of the backlash by smaller creators. I would expect these guys to have our backs, but for the most part I think they realize that these revenue cutbacks directly give them even more money, so they stepped back. Keemstar on Twitter literally told small creators to quit since YouTube doesn't care about them, and PewDiePie said that this isn't something we should be frustrated about, we should save our energy for something else. This is just unbelievable to me. A situation like this is what we've been saving our energy for, and just accepting it means it's no longer possible for anyone new to grow on YouTube. We're just going to be stuck with the same big names for a long time, and those up and coming creators who actually put time into their videos knowing they need to grow their channels will be discouraged from even trying anymore. And another defense I've heard is that these changes will determine who's in it for the money and who's in it because they actually love making videos. As true as a quote like that may sound, that's not what it comes down to. You can love making videos and still want the promise of revenue in the future. And now that there's no incentive whatsoever besides a vague watch time wall, putting in days of effort into videos is like moving to Hollywood to try and become famous. Sure, you might be doing it out of love, but most of the time you'll end up failing and becoming unmotivated. But as I said on Twitter, I'm lucky. I don't rely on YouTube for income and won't be forced to look elsewhere for a source of revenue. Many channels who start out aren't making much, but at least they get some form of compensation to motivate them to continue. These changes may kill their channels, so we'll see less genuine content in the coming years. But on top of the removal of monetization, many partnership features that are essential for even growing a channel in the first place are being removed as well, which actually will affect me and many others significantly. Simple but crucial features like scheduling videos and end screen cards are supposedly being taken away in February. I use features like this with literally every video I post on YouTube. So how exactly do they expect me to grow without them? It's just stunning how consistently terrible YouTube's communication has been, and how many problems they cause. But I will say my one solace in this whole situation is the fact that YouTube stated briefly on some random webpage that those who don't meet the payment threshold will be paid what they earn. Basically what this means is that the little money I've made using AdSense will be given to me even though I don't meet the minimum payment requirement. If this is actually true, which I'm not completely sure is the case, then that's at least some sort of a parting gift. So this whole thing has been a mess, and it's very upsetting, but I'm going to be defiant and keep posting good content even though it's evident YouTube doesn't want me here. I'm not going to quit, as that's clearly what they're trying to have me do. Small creators must stand strong and stand together to fight this. So if you haven't already, I would really appreciate it if you subscribe to help me get to 1,000 subscribers and re-enable monetization. I really hate having to ask that, but that's what YouTube's new policies are making me do. One more thing I'd ask for you to do if you're able to is run my videos in the background whenever you get the chance to help me reach the 4,000 hour requirement, as I'm actually already about 75% of the way there. I know this is a big thing for me to ask, but if you're able to just mute them and maybe have them play while you're at school or something, that would mean a lot to me and help me continue to make more content. I made a playlist called 4,000 Hours Playlist that's linked in the description for you to run in the background if you'd like to help out. I'll be doing this on my computer for a bit to hopefully reach the requirement. Again, I'm sorry I even need to ask you guys for stuff like this, but here we are. Thanks for listening, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.